Martin Jacques' book, When China Rules the World, 2009, offers a conceptual exploration of the future global economy. In this thought-provoking work, Jacques argues that Westernization and modernization, once closely intertwined, are now diverging paths. He predicts the decline of Western political and economic dominance with the rise of non-Western superpowers, ultimately singling out China as the leading global superpower by the end of the 21st century. This transition into what he terms contested modernity challenges Western assumptions and grand narratives. The book challenges the notion of a singular Western modernity and highlights the emergence of multiple modernities as knowledge, technology, and capitalism evolve. Jacques emphasizes the stark differences between Chinese modernity and its Western counterpart, suggesting that they will clash rather than align. He presents statistical evidence that supports China's trajectory to become the world's largest economy by the 2030s, with its growth outpacing that of the United States. According to Jacques, China's economic primacy will reshape every aspect of global life, spanning cultural, political, and ideological dimensions. As global systems reorganize around China's norms and aspirations, the influence of its economic power will be profound. Drawing on historical context, Jacques underscores the fundamental distinctions between Chinese and Western modernities. When China Rules the World challenges readers to contemplate the ultimate triumph of different modernities, highlighting their self-interest and self-justification. The book deconstructs prevalent Western assumptions and offers an alternative perspective, promoting an understanding of the coexistence and competition of multiple modernities in our evolving world. Centuries ago, China held a position of prominence in East Asia, exerting its influence through the tributary state system. While European colonization hindered China's complete dominance in the late 1800s, it continued to play a central role in East Asia's economic landscape. Martin Jacques argues that as China regains its status as a superpower surpassing others, certain elements of its dormant tributary system will resurface. Jacques characterizes China as a civilization state rather than a nation-state, highlighting its reverence for its ancient history and vast territorial expanse. According to Jacques, China differs significantly from Western nations due to its unique historical trajectory. With relatively limited external competition throughout its existence, China developed distinct perspectives and approaches. In contrast, the West experienced prolonged periods of warfare, religious influence, and checks and balances on power. Chinese citizens perceive their state as a guardian and the source of their prosperity, contributing to a sense of cultural superiority. Jacques supports this claim by citing the fact that 92% of the Chinese population identifies as Han Chinese, disregarding the country's considerable ethnic diversity. In contrast, countries like Indonesia, the United States, and India celebrate their multicultural and multiracial identities as melting pots. Furthermore, Jacques argues that the communist era in China can be seen as an ideological extension of the earlier Confucian era, as both emphasized the subjugation of individual desires in favor of a broader narrative. In his book's conclusion, Jacques reiterates that China's ascendance signals the end of Western dominance. In summary, Jacques contends that China's historical and cultural characteristics, coupled with its emerging global power, will reshape the prevailing international order. This shift marks a transition away from Western dominance and invites a re-evaluation of established Western narratives in light of China's unique trajectory and perspective. Martin Jacques asserts that as China assumes a dominant position in the global landscape, individuals from the Western world will encounter a growing sense of unfamiliarity and incomprehensibility. In his book, When China Rules the World, Jacques explores not only the economic aspects of this transformation but also the profound existential changes that arise from shifts in economic and ideological power. He emphasizes that China's influence extends beyond mere economic domination, permeating the very fabric of how people think and behave. Through this lens, Jacques invites his readers to contemplate the broader implications of China's rise and its transformative impact on societies worldwide. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.